Hi, I'm Phil from Driftworks. This is my buddy Jay, and this is my 964 Turbo. So in the last episode you saw me collecting the car from Alpha Performance Fab, who did the amazing work on this intercooler. Now, next phase of the job, lots of people were asking why didn't you start it up? It's because the next phase of the job is wiring. We now have a drive-by-wire throttle mounted there and nowhere to control it, so the original Haltech ECU needs replacing with a Haltech Elite, and I know no better man to mess about wiring Haltech Elites.
I'm pretty fresh in my mind, should we put it that way?
Yeah. So we are doing an entire new loom, engine loom ECU. We've got the Haltech 2500 Elite. And
we're going to lose the distributor, add coil unplug. Just make it a bit more modern, really.
Make it modern, that's what I like. Old school cars with modern underpinnings and reliability, hopefully, as well. So I think one of the first jobs is probably going to be getting the extremely pretty, extremely large intercooler out of the way so we don't damage it, and having a look at some of the stuff we've got to do underneath there with wiring, and probably removing the seat and
get the seat out.
Yeah, because that's where the Haltech and the standard ECU
is all
sits.
under there. So.
There you can see the M4 just sitting there. And we've got like a CDI in there as well, an ignition amplifier, which is really noisy once it gets hot, so I'll be glad to be rid of that. Lots to do. I am currently working on the horrible yellow bumpered blue thing. I like the blue, not the yellow. So that's got a new bumper, and one of the things I'm working on at the moment is the exhaust, which is killing me. But yeah, we're doing like a 3-inch oval new exhaust for it. So I'm going to crack on with that, and Jay's getting the short straw of wiring.
I'd rather do this.
You'd rather do this than that, yeah. I've already taken.
It's a miserable task.
So miserable. I've already done one big part of it and had to undo it because I wasn't happy with it. So right, it's probably best that I do that.
Let's take that. Let's
yeah, sweet.
So how do these fancy clamps work?
Wiggins, I think it's all by hand.
Well, you just pinch that, do you? Oh, right. Oh, well, there we go. Easy as that.
I think the taking apart bit is very easy. Oh, you've broken number one first rule.
What was the first rule?
Nothing ever sits on that intercooler ever again.
All right. Can't tell me that after I've done it.
The number one first rule that I just made up.
Yeah,
it's the old one was quite destroyed from being used as a workbench, so we should put something on it.
Not that you can do much work.
No, bit of cardboard over that or something first. Yeah, but the Wiggins, apparently they're very nice and easy to take apart, but actually they can be a bit faffy to get aligned when you're putting them together. So that sleeve.
They're both the same size, I take it.
Yeah,
no, they're not.
No, they're not. That sleeve then just pushes down out of the way, but they're on O-rings, so they can be quite tight.
Okay.
I mean, this is all theory because I've not ever done one. But that's my understanding of how Wiggins works. Is that sleeve now moves out the way somewhere as the intercooler goes flying out the back of the car. I'm going to put the camera down.
Get the mole grips, yeah.
Yeah. I forgot to press record on the camera. It's out now. And we're not putting it back in to show you because it's miserable.
Yeah.
And also
fancy clamps, and we're a bit busy
eating sausage rolls time.
Yeah.
So,
I haven't got sausage roll.
You don't need a sausage roll.
Yeah.
Oi.
I mean, I don't know what I'm saying, but I definitely shouldn't be eating a sausage roll. But yeah, there you go. There's the fancy IPD intake plenum and massive intercooler pipes. And yeah, so far I don't like Wiggins clamps. What about you, Jay?
No, give me an 8mm. An 8mm, what are they called now?
Jubilee
My
clip.
mind's gone. Yeah, give me a Jubilee clip any day.
Skip forward, probably a week. We're on the ramp. Jay's at the computer.
And the floor.
And the floor. There seems to be some Paschetti going on here.
Yeah.
And
it's not too bad.
And how are you getting on with your colour blindness there, Jay?
It's certainly bad on some wires.
I've had to double check a few for it.
Red and brown, purple and blue, you know, let's not... it's all going to work out in the end.
Yeah, we have it running in seconds now, won't we, mate?
Well, maybe.
Change of plan. We were going to use coil on plug, 997s, checked them all, then checked the one, I don't know whether you can see just at the back there. Anyway, that's the power steering pump, which is driven off the cam. And yeah, the hole for coil on plug, not so big. So we're going to go for a 6-point coil pack, basically. And I don't know, we're probably going to put it kind of roughly where the Dizzy is, or Dizzy was, just so we can use all the standard wires. That's the current plan anyway. And out with the old, in with the new. The Haltech is now mounted. The feed that I used to use for control and boost with the eBoost 2 that was in there, that's now going to be the map sensor, which the ECU has built in, has a 3-bar map sensor built into it. And hopefully most of the wiring, once Jay's slimmed it down, will kind of go through standard position down here and work out quite neatly.
Hello.
Cold in here, isn't it?
It's not very warm for nearly June, is it?
It's not right, is it? we're 6 days away from June. What the hell's going on? Oh. I've even rolled these up. My God, that was a mission. We can't even put the heater on.
No, we're not putting the heater on.
But anyway, regardless, look at this awesomeness. Look at what Jay's been making.
Just, you know.
Pulled back out of the car after testing all the lengths and everything like that, and going through everything, making nice terminations, labelling, bit of braiding, bit of heat shrink in places as well. That's looking really good.
Well, hopefully it fits when we put it back on.
Yeah.
That'd be the aim.
It's a bit like you've done it before, like about 4 weeks ago.
It's a bit like mine didn't fit and then I had to redo it all and it's still horrible.
So basically I did the right thing by letting you make all the mistakes on yours before saying...
I wish I'd have just bought this loom, to be honest.
Do you?
Yeah, because...
this is a universal one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a completely universal loom, but although it's a bit of a pain and it's going to take a few days to sort out.
It is exactly.
At least it'll be what you want.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's looking really smart, and you just sort of got working through stuff one by one.
Yeah, that's the Haltech software.
Yeah.
If you press a button, it gives you all the wire colours that I can see, obviously.
Yeah. And it is quite handy just being able to nick all of Craig's stuff as well, like this.
Yeah, he's had his good tools back just so.
Oh,
I'm on the backup ones, yeah.
What's he working on?
DeLorean.
Ah. Yeah, well, there's still a lot of spaghetti going on down here.
A lot of it we don't need though.
Yeah, but yeah, it's going to be tied up out the way once you've done all this.
Either that or we'll take it out of the loom. The problem with taking it out of the loom is if we ever want to add something. Because
it's underneath the seat sort of area, and I don't use the back seats, just, we'll call it up, heat shrink it, cable tie it, whatever, just in case, I think is probably the best way to go. Yeah, excellent, very nice.
Sweet. That's the back half of the loom terminated now. Everything but the ground point, because I need to figure out how long that's going to be and what it's going to bolt to, but yeah, pretty happy with the rest. Hopefully it fits in the car. So these are the wires here that are separated to go forwards. Got the pedal, oil cooler fan, battery powers, tacho, probably something else. 2-step switch, because Phil obviously needs 2-step on this thing. So yeah, next plan is get this back in the car and I'll measure up for the forward facing wires. Right, I'm inside the car. This wire's the one that's going to run under the floor up to the pedal, but I'm just trying to figure out how the tacho worked off the Motec. I presumed, because there was 2 wires going up behind the dash, one was the shift, that torch is good, isn't it? One was the shift light, but the other one, instead of being connected to the tacho, is connected to the speedo, and as we can see here, it's a true Japanese import now. I found the Scotch locks, but yeah, I need to figure out why the Motec was connected to the speedo, and then also figure out how to drive the tacho off the Haltech. So a bit more computering, I think. Right, you join me a day later. I figured it out in the end. The tacho's connected down here to this control unit, which they call the turbo control unit, I believe, but it does all sorts of weird things. But yeah, tacho's connected, speed sensor's connected to the back of the speedo, and shift light's connected, or will be connected when I put a connector on the end of it. Everything that means anything is plugged in now. We've got the throttle pedal plugged in, batteries connected at the front, looms laid through the car and in the engine hole. It's all laid out, and I think it looks respectable anyway.
I think it does too.
Yeah, so I think it's time to put a bit of power to the ECU and
See what we can fry.
see what lights up and what doesn't is the official phrase, but yeah, cool.
So a pretty big part of why we're going to these great lengths to install the Haltech and everything is this little bad boy, the drive-by-wire throttle, Bosch. So we're going to do a little test.
I hope this works.
Go on then, let's see whether nothing happens.
How dare you?
Dun dun dun. Doing something.
Yeah.
Calibrating. So what did you have to do?
Disable the brake pedal override because we haven't got a brake pedal switch connected.
Ah, right, okay.
It's verifying.
Oh, it looks like it's doing things.
That's positive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good.
As long as it lights up green at this end. Yay!
Sweet.
You can go slow if you want.
Slow and fast. Wop wop wop.
Connected to a throttle motor. That's,
Magical.
I mean, everything that works is a little more. I'm a little more relieved with everything that works. You know?
So yeah, we've got to mount the pedal now, haven't we? Which
We have
is
got to still mount the
an
pedal.
E46 pedal, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it was worth definitely testing that it would work before we go doing fabrications. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe
that's a nice little bonus, eh?
Yeah, we've got a few more things to configure, but we're getting there.
Yep. You join us another week later. At least a week, right, Jay?
Yeah, this is week. That is it.
We're now on Thursday, but you've only been here 2 days, haven't you?
Yeah.
Jay's been playing in his Clio at
Oh,
Kerborough.
and bank holiday got in the way.
It did indeed, but that was all right because we had a barbecue at mine,
Yeah.
which was very pleasant.
You know.
We're back
we
on the
are.
Porsche anyway, and actually, you know, joking aside, it has been 3 weeks, but there's been a lot of distraction, mostly with that, a little bit of that, but you know, what else? All sorts of stuff, wasn't there? But,
Yeah, whatever.
but anyway, we have a wiring loom in the car. We have an intake back on with a throttle body mounted, which you've already seen as testing, but it's all back together now with the new injectors in it and their adapters. Jay's wiring seems pretty damn good so far.
We haven't had a problem with it. So far, everything's working.
Still saying with utter confidence.
I'm not, you know, it's got to run first.
Yeah, we've seen oil pressure, had a tiny little leak. We just needed to nip something up, which was the oil feed to the turbo.
Got fuel pressure.
Yeah, and no leaks from that at all, no stinkiness. We've currently had the injectors turned off because we've been trying to get the crank signal sorted.
Which has been a
Really
battle today.
frustrating. Yeah, we spent about 3 hours doing it and trying different settings.
Yeah, luckily we had an old Motec to copy the settings from.
Yeah, and that worked out perfectly because once we changed what we thought was a Hall sensor to a setting of mag.
Sensor. Yeah, then everything worked. So
everything
that's cool.
fired up. So we've just tested that, and that's now got us RPM signal.
Yeah, I'm just setting up the core pack charge time because I don't want to blow the thing up, so it's not plugged in at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not sure we've showed that. Have we shown that?
I can't remember.
We've just got it's a wasted spark setup, obviously, but we've just got a 6-port core pack mounted roughly in the same place as the Dizzy was. The Dizzy goes. There's like a temporary bung that's in there at the moment. We're waiting for the correct size on that. Made up the ends of the the plug leads. So basically, put different ends on this end, but they're standard leads otherwise. Going on to the plugs. That's about it really. Are we ready to give it a go?
No. In a minute we're not quite ready.
Can you sense the stress?
We're not quite ready. It's a big bill if this one goes wrong.
Oh, it
it's
really
not like
is,
these
isn't it?
normal cars that we mess with.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, you know, there's definitely something to be said for messing about with LSs, isn't there?
There is, yeah, there definitely is. Wasn't this got one?
Yeah, why hasn't it?
I don't know, it's your fault.
Is that it? Are we ready?
I hope so.
Genuine first start.
Wow. I don't know how much of a start on a splutter it's going to be. I'm happy with the splutter, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have anything specific to an air-cooled 3.3 turbo Promodet Porsche. But,
I mean, Luke at Haltech has fiddled the map and programmed our injectors in, so...
yeah, and done the coils as well, or the coil, sorry.
Yeah.
So that's all good. We know we've got crank trigger. Do you need to re-enable the injectors?
I do.
Yeah. So
We'll have a bit of a fire extinguisher on hand.
this, when you've been doing this as many years as we have,
We've never said anything. Oh, you have.
there's certain rules.
You said you go.
What? No, that wasn't me. That was Mark.
Oh, right.
In my garage and
your-
burn my
your
garage
garage
down.
burnt down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll have a prime now. Both pumps are connected. Just make sure they.
Yeah, make sure there's no leakies. The noisy boys up here are just restocking HSDs. Hi, Starkey. You haven't got your hands in your pocket.
No,
You're just supervising.
you're managing. That's what he does now. I think we try it.
No
I mean, it's
fe-
very
no fear.
optimistic that anything happens.
Yeah, let's be clear here. This never ever works first time, and most of the time you see people doing a first start on Tinterweb, it is not the first start.
Oh well.
Hit it. Yeah, we definitely got fuel.
I don't know if it's sparky. I don't know if it's setting right to the coil.
Yeah, we can pull a plug, yeah.
We'll have a spare spark plug out somewhere, won't we?
Yeah, there'll be a sparking stick somewhere. Stealing bits from the trailer / storage room. Okay. No. Nada.